I want you to listen to me, Fire Nation. Cultural dominance cannot always be captured in certification counts. Arena power, diaspora loyalty, and movement building represents forms of impact that centralized industry metrics cannot measure and don't fully measure. When an artist can fill arenas with limited institutional support, it challenges the idea that chart metrics equal cultural authority. These are facts. I'm sorry if you don't like what I'm saying. I really am. I'm not sorry I said it. I said it. Right? Because this is the information that I want. I want us to be conscious. And I want us to be conscious of what we have. I want us to be more conscious so we can take care of what we have. I don't want dancehall to end up like Air Jamaica. Who know? So we need to do some cultural self-esteem digging in a lot of ways. Anyhow, I'm not scolding, I'm just talking about, what I think about. Good. So the gold plaques, no, they do measure something. Again, I never said they weren't important, so don't twist my words. It's a tape. Gold plaques actually measure distributed consumption, algorithmic replay, market penetration, and scale, which is great. That is called low friction engagement. We're going to talk about popcorn. Okay. A Canadian gold certification from Music Canada means 40,000 units sold at least. That is streams and sales combined. What does that tell us? Okay. That tells us that he has strong streaming numbers in Canada, very good radio rotation, which he did and does. Effective label distribution, OVO, October's very own, run by Drake. Drake is Canadian. He has a lot of contacts here. And the Warner backing played a role in market penetration. You would be very naive to think not. Crossover accessibility, that doesn't mean it wasn't good. But he gave him what he needed to push it to the limit. And it did well, and I'm happy for it. Crossover accessibility into mainstream Canadian audiences and successful digital consumption. Okay? That's what a gold plaque tells us. Doesn't take anything away from the artist or how good he was. And I love to see our people get a great chance. But these are facts. You can put it to any artist. And that's what I do too. When I write these things, I say, let me make sure I'm not being biased. Let me think of another artist. I would say the same thing. Because I'm not talking about the artist. I'm talking about the systems. Good. So, popcorn, what it represents, the gold plaque, it represents market success. It represents streaming volume. It represents industry-backed performance. And it represents geographic dominance in one territory, a big territory, right? But plaques are passive consumption metrics. Influenced by label budgets, yes. Boosted by playlisting algorithms, yes. It's not proof of live mobilization. That doesn't mean that popcorn doesn't have an active popcorn unruly crew. Doesn't mean that, right? But it's not proof of it. It just so happens that he has it as well. No, a plaque means people streamed this. It does not automatically mean that people would show up in a $15,000 capacity arena. These are facts, people. It doesn't automatically mean that. And again, I know people like to twist people's words on social media. I am not saying that popcorn couldn't fill a 15,000 capacity arena. That's not for me to say. And it's not for you to know what I think. That's not the point. The point of what I'm saying is, right? The plaque don't mean that automatically the person would be able to fill a 15,000 capacity arena. Think about it for yourself.